Good evening, everyone. It's Sparks here. Surprisingly, we got back earlier than I thought we would, so yay! We can continue and do more Final Fantasy. Gonna be focusing on some side quests here, and then we'll continue with the main story. In the background, you will hear the delightful rocket.
Hello.
So don't be surprised. We're gonna probably chat about certain things like the Barbie movie, which we just saw, and it was great. So, delightfully unhinged. I mean, there's a scene of Barbie just going on, just be like telling people, I don't have a vagina, and he doesn't have a penis, pointing to Ken. We don't have genitals. Like, the fuck? Although, admittingly, it's Margot Robbie playing Barbie, so that kind of humor just suits her. But yeah, let's get into the game. Probably Suicide Squad 3 or something.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you've got a few different things.
Yep. If I'm not mistaken, you have the steely eyes of adventure, one who looks death in the eye and does not flinch. That is correct. It just so happens I recover a sample of rare earth, but can only be found in a location bright with vicious plants. God knows what else. I would give you a hefty second coin you could retrieve it for me. Willing, pray make your way to Files Deep and gather for me 3 samples of brown mud. The darker the better, I say. Suggest sharpening your weapon beforehand, but I won't tell you how to do your job. Okay. Mm-hmm.
There's a film called
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised maybe there's other stuff that just not been announced.
Yeah. Oh, dearie me. Oh my god, we can see more people with the Archon type things. Or something similar. My sweetest shaggles are one of the Archeon's precious samples has fled. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? My apologies. He's an archivist. He's honed to various samples, collected one across the star, and one just certain one's just escaped. Controls be specific. Oh, I hope he hasn't been set upon by the local predators. Listen, could you please help me retrieve the specimen? Sure. And so I'll continue my search. Check the third. Once you have. Okay.
By the director of Lies Atkinson, which, if I had to take a guess, we've probably seen at least one of his films. Funny enough, he's probably his most popular film, also one of his very popular films. It's Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Ah,
He
fair.
was making a lot of
Haven't seen that.
live-action films before that, called Fantastic Mr. Fox. Mainstream is better than
Sir, I seem to be at a bit of bind. I was wondering if you might lend your aid to remedy the plight of a struggling student. Sure. Of course, introductions. I am Parabello from the Studium. My research involves the finer points of bacteria and fungi. I am here to harvest mushrooms for my experiments. I'm afraid I may be in over my head. Mushrooms are located, but that chapter is supposedly swarming with things that can scare someone to look at. From a student request help from the more martially inclined, so here I am before you. Will you procure the mushrooms? I'd be forever in your debt. Yes, of course. No, thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we come whilst gazing at the fungi, perhaps. Wow. Make sure to get you back on track. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to consult the illustration to find and attain the sample. Okay. Might you have some time to spare for an old researcher lad? Physical labor doesn't come as easily as it once did, and I'm in search of someone a bit more spry to assist me. The task is a simple one, rest assured. You need only plant these experimental seeds in nearby fields. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. No special skills are required of you. If you plant one seed, you plant most of it. Well, and I look forward to seeing what you can do. Okay. screens. You seem eager to give a small portion of your time up in the name of progress. Or requires help with a simple delivery. Just recompense. Expecting someone from the dairy farm to come pick up this batch of fruit. I've seen that if I deliver it myself, my duties will prevent me from stepping even an ill from these crates. Fruit is liable to rot if not stored properly, so if it isn't too much trouble, please make haste to meet the tow and deliver items to my colleague there. Okay. So we need to go right over there. Right. I'll go do that one first because all the other quests require us going the opposite direction. Okay, so red mushroom is what we're looking for. And go to that location. Easy enough to find, I'm sure. Tasty num-nums. I am very full of sugar right now. I may have had too many snacks for the movie. Sweet popcorn, some bubblegum laces, cola laces, and these shrimp and banana marshmallow things. What?
I was slightly paraphrasing when Charlie's hologram fell was the bit
Oh.
but instead I was saying shrimp and the AMA
Setting fire to something. Was this something you needed? We're delivering a sack of fruit. Oh, what specimens? So plum and prairie. You said you can In Merle, I quite forget my other obligations. Wow. Must be cross with me. This isn't the first time I've accidentally shirked my appointment with him. Something by way of politeness. Biscuit and cheese will do the trick. No, we pride ourselves on arranging the various methods of animal husbandry. The cheese are our latest masterpiece. I feed it to our cattle and making sure the cheese heavenly fragrance. Yeah, I can deliver the cheese. It's rather annoying to me that this location here doesn't have its own etherite. The nearest one is over there. We obviously can't get to that location yet because it requires access to... Oh, it requires access to that lift, doesn't it? To take us all the way. That's why that's inaccessible. The lift must have 2 stops it can go to. No! Don't attack me, Toad. I was one of you a while back. Wah. Why must everything try and eat me? I am friend, not food. Probably minimize the chat, really. That's fine. You stupid tomato, go away. There we go. Okay. Did you? No, I didn't eat it. Here's I'm insulted. This is golden cheese. Legends say only the master of secret of its creation. I thought I'd lay my eyes on a single slice, let alone a whole wheel. See one of these each time, forgets her obligations, but she can add to mind if she pleases. What does it taste like, I wonder? Up to the telltales? My apologies, I do tend to get carried away when it comes to cheese. Thank you for assistance and take this time and share teas with you, but yeah. You gave me a different type of cheese instead. I should probably eat that. Or, oh, it's an ingredient. Not a... Alright, experimental seeds planted. Planted. I hope these experimental seeds aren't something dangerous. Young Quinnet. Slowly flush started. Good. Taking these plants seed. Balls of production of nutrient-rich plants to give me hearts and greater numbers. Okay. Uses of the careful planting, raise and come men. Okay. So I show you. Thank you, person, for giving me something I can sell. Okay, carrying on. Boop, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ba-da-ba-ba. Toilet or bedroom, I don't know which. Smells delicious though. Nice. Okay. Those look like the wrong type of mushroom. The one I need. It looks right. There's just the one of it. Ah, no! Leave me alone! I don't have my carbuncle! At least, I think this is the right mushroom. It looks like the right mushroom. Incorrect mushroom. They do have a certain charm. God damn it. Is this the right mushroom? Okay, well it wasn't the first one, so it has to be the ones that are down this corridor. Wonder what would happen if we interacted with every mushroom. Yeah, that's the right one. I thought the picture was just... I thought the other mushrooms looked right, but clearly the fact that it's in a cluster is an important part too. Demonstration. No long searches. Wow. The dialogue might change depending on which enemy searches we do. Num nums. Do I by any chance have a pub noodle or something in the cupboard is the question. Or do I even want anything at this time? Nah. God damn it, mate. Come on. Go away. You made me summon Bahamut. I don't like summoning Bahamut. You just pissed me off that much. We don't want Burb. Pegasus is fine. I'm sure I would much rather be flying, but He's fine. Could be worse. Could be the CEO of Mattel seeing Midge again.
Oh god, I don't
I kind of want to know what the frick happens to Barbie's sister that visited the real world.
Yeah, I kind of in terms of the film setting, I want to know what happened to that version.
Because it raises questions.
Also, if Skipper's real, what is Stitch?
That is a good question. We just saw so many Barbies, but we didn't see even one Stacy. Like, they could have easily just had any one of the Barbies be called Stacy. Yeah. So maybe there was a Stacy there and we just didn't notice.
Well, I think it would even make sense even if she wasn't like appearing in it, but like they mentioned her, you know, like how they mentioned Skipper.
Yeah. They could have even had the saying like, remember how Skipper dragged Stacy with her?
Yeah.
Like that would have been something. Then I would have loved to see the prequel movie where we saw what Skipper and Stacy got up to.
When I wrote it, I wrote it down.
Like, they're not facing existential crisis. They just got bored. What is this feeling? Called anxiety. Oh, I'm not feeling it. That's because they never take it out on the dad.
I also like the Barbie seeing people wear as the narrator, but the regular people.
Yep. The Barbies were consciously aware of the fourth wall the entire time, and were just saying fuck you to it.
I also like that sense of Barbie, President Barbie was just the Mattel before.
I do like that towards, like, she had a jacket that said president on it. Like, really? Why? Why is that part of the Barbie wardrobe?
Because why not?
Like, are we not gonna know she's president just because she doesn't have the word president printed on her? I'm able to find the specimen either. However, I did meet someone who claimed to have seen it more in Vale Forest. Let us head there and see if we can track it down.
Also, the bit where she's in the real world, seeing that billboard of Miss Universe, and her response is, "Oh, the Supreme Court." That would be great.
Like, her Supreme Court, as we see later, dresses just like that. So, it is a valid thing for her to think. Also, I don't know why Ken felt the need to pass that jacket on to one of the other Kens. But also, the fact that when it got the flash on screen of what it is, it was the faux macho. Like, really?
What's funny, I could see them actually
Simple
releasing a
goats.
limited
These are
range
shackles.
of those 10 products to tie in with the film.
I could see them just re-releasing, like...
That too.
Actually, come to think of it, I think they did actually make a Margot Robbie designed Barbie. That pink dress that we saw her in very early in the movie was a movie exclusive outfit. I don't think it's one that Barbie has ever worn before. So they made the doll with that outfit and put it in the box from near the end.
Yeah.
Which, goddamn, they were using the same things that Barbies are actually tied into with. Like, really? Wow. Overwhelming thoughts of death, Barbie. Cellulite, Barbie. And I have uncovered the specimen's trail. Should be close. If you find it under threat from the local file, you can dispatch its assailants. Okay. I am so glad they actually put so much, like, love into it.
I was it really clear that Greta Gerwig and several of the other crew behind like the writing and production of it clearly went all in on research on that. And it's also pretty clear that the television
I love that they actually those are archive joke. Like, again, didn't have to do anything like that, but went for it. And kept him as being gay. Like, I know. Yep. I mean, the big thing was which ear his ring was on.
One of the more concerning things is, I think they actually left it out of the film's costume, but the actual doll had metal rings sewed into chunks of the jacket. Yeah, those aren't earrings.
Oh my.
It was a very short-lived fashion, as I understand it, Ella's gay scene. But the colour of the ring and where it was sewn in, where you were wearing it, it was basically like a 90s hanky.
Yeah. Well then.
And they released a kit like this. If I would ever not find it funny, there is pretty much been one of Mattel's biggest selling products ever.
Yep.
Even though it was only out for a short while.
Yep. Oh, I'm so glad you're unharmed. You're all safe now. Come on, let's go home, sweetie. I love it. I want one. It is orb. Grr. He's under threat.
Oh yeah, you probably get more.
Do something.
You'll probably get
Grr.
like weird Barbie by the end of the film. Had very kind of girl vibes.
Yeah, I saw it as well. You can understand me? Wait, are you able to communicate with him? Apparently! Crap, I've never met someone with such a skill before. This bundle of joy was born in Labyrinthos. However, he was abandoned by his mother and in quite the state by the time we found him. He possesses remarkable intelligence for one of his kind. You've elected to use him as part of a study into the effects of growing up in an artificial environment. I've seen him making gestures that indicate that he's been reading the tomes here, but I thought he was just copying those around him. To think he actually understands speech. Though I do wonder exactly why you are able to understand him and I am not. I'm sort of special. It's not a secret at all. Loads of people know. Really? Oh, what I wouldn't give to understand him too. You possess the echo, don't you? I find it difficult to grr the way your kind do. I suppose that makes sense that you understand my general sentiments. I happen to learn of said power from the tomes in the Archeon. Honestly, that buffoon over there is surrounded by a sea of knowledge. Makes no effort to engage with a grr. Cheeky little thing, and I love him. Anyway, I'm glad to finally have someone to talk to. As I was saying earlier, it's in grave danger. Some gleaner managed to bring woodworms in with them during a visit. If we leave them be, they're bound to cause irreparable damage to the materials of the facility. My best to tell that buffoon it was no use. That's why I took a chance in search of some of my own kind to see if they would help. Saw how that turned out. Oh, what are they saying? Oh, dearie me. Still, it was most courageous of him to try and solve the issue on his own. Now we're aware of it, we need to sort out this pest problem at once. Would you mind helping out a little longer? You're the one who can understand it after all, and he seems miles ahead of us with regards to the situation at hand. Be glad to help. Seeing as I'm the only one that can. Because you're all incompetent. Or just really, really, really bad at your jobs. Like, come on, guys. Be better. Well,
Kung Fu Panda 4, apparently.
Yep, and from what I hear, they're also making Shrek 5, but not bringing back any of the original cast. Which is a very bad decision for obvious reasons. Like, how can you have Shrek and not have his actor?
Yeah.
Like, the games tried to do it, and they really didn't sell well. There again, it's games based on Shrek. Which is, you'd think that would work, but it just didn't.
I know, I had a GBA game in Shrek 2 back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great.
Allow me to explain a few things first. Staff of the Arkham regularly use alchemical pesticides to keep the place free of harmful gurs. Unfortunately, the woodworm I found seemed to be entirely resistant to the type of pesticide employed at the facility. I skimmed the 2 tomes, including the new Eorzean Geographic. I couldn't manage to identify the biokin in the Archeon. Guessing it must be a new species. Won't get very far if we know nothing about the enemy, so I went ahead and captured one of the woodworms. Try showing it to someone who knows more about this sort of thing than I do. I see. In that case, I think we best be served by a biologist, Neil Gormick, shall we? Hmm? Yeah. I think if I remember correctly, it was Miss Frizzle's sister or niece.
I'm finding this entirely out of the
that
in
tracks.
2023.
That tracks.
She's overheard finding out the Hollywood has before because she was an actress.
Hmm. But yeah, she what is it? The ah yeah, basically for whatever reason it was the same class, but Miss Frizzle's I don't know if it was her niece or sister, but either way, female relative of hers takes over the class because Miss Frizzle's something's happening with her. I don't know like what exactly. I'll be honest in saying I prefer a different series which was inspired by the Magic School Bus, which is just chaotic. Mainly because of the fact that it does the whole Magic School Bus thing of let's take these kids off to on a magical adventure, but instead of like showing them regular facts, it's let me show you all the dark and horrible things that exist in this world. Like in today's biology class, where you're going to learn about a creature that literally liquefies itself when it has sex. Oh yeah, surprising how many good ones they got. Yep. That does not surprise me.
Yeah, I get the reason why I'm reading on this. It doesn't specify what their relation is, but it is essentially the original Miss Frizzle, who is now Professor Frizzle.
Ah, so she got a promotion and went off to work at a university. So
Professor Valerie Felicity Frizzle, PhD, voiced by her original voice actress, the TV and film actress Lily Tomlin. She's in quite a lot of stuff.
oh yeah, no, she is an amazing actress. Like, I don't know why they felt the need to replace her, but I get the feeling it might have just been that when they came to do it, they realized that Miss Frizzle's actress is too expensive. So they probably went, right, we can't use her, so let's get somebody a little bit cheaper. But, you know.
I can see them working it partly given that it's a reboot and a kind of passing the torch as well.
Yeah.
Which to me kind of makes sense.
Genius. I mean, I can find out what their relationship is quite easily. What's her name again?
Which one?
The whatever, the replacement.
Miss Fiona Felicity.
Fiona Felicity Frizzle. Great teacher. Younger sister of Professor.
The younger sister is the one her voice actress played William Barker.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a former 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade school teacher, but now independent research professor. So, yeah.
One of the guest stars actually plays an astronaut called Chris Hadfield.
They did that a lot in the original as well, getting in people who have... I think they, for one of the space episodes, they did manage to get Buzz Aldrin.
I could definitely see that. There's quite a lot of people I could see being down to be in something like Magic School Bus as an
my
educational
sample.
thing for kids that maybe otherwise wouldn't be that into appearing in, say, a more regular show.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip through a bit of the conversation here. I don't really care about these side quests when we finish them, because they're not gonna come up again later, probably. This one, however, might, because it's one of the ones that has a bit longer of a story. Your trolls showed me the woodworm sample, but the best I can do is confirm that I've never seen it before. I'd say your hypothesis has been Undiscovered species is highly likely. In order to ascertain how to best deal with the insect, we need to learn about its original habitat. Well, I found it clinging on to a Thavnarian tool used to make medicine that was recently brought to the Archeron. It was delivered by a Rogadan gleaner. Let's go ask about it.
Oh,
Well, what are you waiting for then? To the Archeon. And that troll truly speaks to you, doesn't it? Perhaps that woman is not the only new specimen in our midst. Wait, do we... Are we heading back up here? I'm just gonna teleport to save us some time. Not gonna lie, part of me kind of wants to watch the reboot. It's not even a reboot, it's a continuation. Because the original series focused on the kid, the same class, going through 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade. Somehow with the same teacher every time, because Miss Frizzle basically just constantly gets pushed up a grade. Because she's like, I want to keep teaching this class. So they can never escape her.
I can see it being one of those things where it's technically a sequel, but it is also basically a reboot.
Yeah, well, because they're in 5th grade, I would say it's a soft reboot, in that they're changing Miss Frizzle, but everything else is the same.
That's why I still mean it's the kind of thing that acknowledges that the previous show happened, and effectively was all canon.
Oh, god damn it!
So it's basically retreading the same kind of stuff for a newer audience, which, given the gap between the original and the
Okay, I
reboot,
made a
makes
mistake.
sense.
Yeah. I mean, they established straight away in the first episode, for those who haven't seen the original series, just how much of a coward our delightful redhead is. Because that never goes away. Even though he has a good reason. He nearly died in the first episode.
Is that the one that there's an incident that got memed just because of how unhinged it is out of context to let people suspect he was taking off the helmet?
Yep, that is exactly what I mean. He almost died. The thing is, right? Somebody actually did a check on that, right? To see could he have survived that, and the answer is, based on how quickly they got him back on the bus, yes.
I know that the thing is, it wouldn't visually display on that.
Oh yeah, no.
Without protection being out in open space like that would actually freeze you.
Yep. It kills you within 30 seconds.
Granted, it's
So
the vacuum would probably kill you quicker than freeze.
yeah, but that's what I mean. It kills you within like 30 seconds. Like there's an entire process to it that's been studied in extensive detail. But yeah, you need a fair amount of time. Like when I say fair amount, I mean that the amount of time that it took them to get him back on the bus would have been enough to save his life. On the other hand, flying around near the sun would not have been healthy, and they would have definitely died from that. But there again, magic school bus. Laws of science do not apply to the magic school bus.
Well, I was going to say, it's like, in terms of actual real-term physics, you try to even reach the sun would die of old age long before you got it. I mean, the gap between even Mercury and the sun is enormous.
I'm trying to remember what the actual distance is.
A human would die of old age long before they got anywhere near it. I think it could actually go through a couple generations of people before you would hit it.
Yeah,
By the speeds we're capable of reaching with technology.
Yeah, so 1 light year is the time light takes to travel in 1 year. Huh. I mean, okay, so distance from the Earth is 149.6 million kilometers. the speed of light is... Why is it showing that? I guess meters per second is a good one. Yeah, nearly 300,000 meters per second, so... And that's a few million kilometers. So, yeah, it would take way too long. Because nothing can go faster than the speed of light. So... They've done studies of it, and they haven't found any way for any object to go faster than the speed of light. I guess if you want to get technical, darkness moves faster than light. But that's Terry Pratchett logic, not real-world science.
Reading it there, I think they have a bit of an odd choice of some of the original classes like still in the reboot of it as kids. To me, I would have thought if it was to a reboot of it, just follow it like it's been that many years for the class. Essentially, to me, it should be a new class, and the old class are the parents. That makes sense.
While that would have been probably good from a, like, yeah, so one of the reasons why I think they didn't go that route is that when you've already got when you've got a cast of at least like a dozen kids, having to come up with a new dozen kids is a lot harder than just replacing the teacher.
True, and they, from what I'm gathering, they are based on the kids in the Magic School Bus books before they even got to making the TV show.
Yeah, and well, they could have aged up the kids and had them be the parents. Well, I don't think it hasn't been that long, has it?
The original show was in the 1990s. There's like 20 years, a little over 20 years between when the original ended and when Netflix did its reboot.
Fair. Even then, if they did do that kind of gap, like, some of the kids have been written to be showing romantic inclinations towards each other. So, what would the kids of those couples have been like? They would have probably ended up with less kids, and then they now have to come up with more parents. So, it was just probably easier to stick with the same group of kids, especially with Arnold. Arnold is like a character who is so iconic to the franchise that you kind of shouldn't get rid of him. Whereas having a character that's basically just a younger Miss Frizzle is fine. Oh, I found that in Daphne. To be more specific, Alchemist Output, the great work.
One of Arnold's voice actors would later provide the voice of character Jimmy DeSanta in Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, that's a bit different.
Yeah, it is. It was used by the first alchemist, they say, and there are a few tools like it's still extant. I spent days arguing my case before its owner agreed to hand it over. Yeah, it's kind of weird, ain't it?
Yeah, because the actual kids' voice actors were kids, so, you know, by 2013, Jesus Christ, they've been milking that for 10 years. I did not realise Grand Theft Auto 5 was basically becoming the new Skyrim. 2013, Grand Theft Auto 5. Rockstar have been milking that game for a decade.
Yep. Wait.
Point here, the last couple of episodes, the original series, Arnold's voice is notably getting deeper, despite being 10 like the rest of the class. The reason for this, of course, because his voice actor was starting to go through puberty at the time.
Yeah. At least they didn't replace him. And in fairness, they were 10.
It was saying it was also like the last couple of episodes.
Yeah. Like, they were 10. People hit puberty at 9 sometimes. So, if anything, Arnold being an early bloomer tracks. It tracks with him.
It's a bit more unusual for men, but yeah, it's not unheard of. It's quite possible.
Yep. Case in point, the mustache started coming in around that time for me. So, it's all coming together now. The woodworm was probably exposed to chemical concoctions in that settlement that developed a hardy resistance to substances like a pesticide. I mean, the ball is just about this. I feel like I've seen that little troll in the Arkham. Is it alright for him to be out and about like this? Well, circus I required us to set him free for a bit. Closely monitored, of course. Now, where did he go? Back to the biology. Oh my. We should make for... yeah, back there. Waste a bit of time because I misjudged where something was. At some point we'll get to go into the last part of the settlement. At some point. I don't know how, but it'll be way later, probably. Because there was a lift in this area, which probably takes us to this walkway, which would have taken us over to there. But it's off limits right now, so, oh well. Great, now I want to sit and watch the Magic School Bus. Oh god, and now I'm just remembering the fact that technically all of the kids are part salmon. Yeah, the episode where they got turned into salmon eggs and then jizzed on. The fact that that happened in an episode means that technically, even though the Magic School Bus turned them back into humans, as they were when the episode started, they are all technically part salmon. Like, I do like that in the original version they did actually have one of the creators of the show occasionally doing parts where they talk about the real science behind certain parts of it, which is fascinating. All with the help of the chameleon, because that tracks. Well, that certainly makes a lot of sense, and I have all that's happened thus far. Know that the Echo side used the Archive was created in Davnir. It's highly surprising that Woodworm friend has developed a resistance to it. Solve this conundrum. A good question. How shall we resolve this? Worms on the brain. That's probably not healthy to have worms on the brain. It may not be the most inventive solution, but what if we were to make an even stronger pesticide? But how? Assuming that's a yes, I'll need you to get your hands on Toad's poison gland. I'll take care of the rest. Despite their adorable names, Toads are not to be trifled with. For it, Buffoon clearly isn't, so I'd say you're our only hope. I take it he skipped right to asking for your assistance. You'll find the Toads roaming. Yeah, I know where they are. We ran into a few of them earlier. They are one level over us, but we should be able to manage. Plus we'll get a decent amount of experience for fighting something above our level, and I still love the fact that this mount turns us into a snowman. That we are sitting inside of its body, holding its head while we move around. Ah, how I wish we could fly. It'd be so much faster if we could. Flying would be nice. I wonder if my pony can fly. Diddle-diddle-doo. He's a magical pony flying through the sky on a magical adventure for you, and I shoot it down. How did I get here? The end. Desmond the Moon Bear. Skeleton floating through space. The end. I want to go to the moon! Why wait? Ah! Haha, we got what we needed. Thank you, Bahamut. You have been incredibly helpful. I still love that we just straight up summon um, the essence of a primal. Though I do wish that the quest line for that actually acknowledged if you've done Binding Coil. Instead of saying, oh, everyone's infused with Bahamut's energy, I've actually fought Bahamut. Do not patronize me. They do have that in a lot of sequences. For instance, if you've done the Dragoon quest line, which has you meet one of the one of the characters who becomes a major one in Heavensward expansion. When you meet him, he's like, "Oh, don't worry, everything. I'm not gonna try attacking you this time." Just the fact that he acknowledges we've met.
Yeah.
And other people in Ishgard that you meet acknowledging, oh, you're also the Azure Dragoon. You also hold this very important title to our culture. And just generally other things like I think another good example is during one of the during the Summoner quest line, you meet a character who is the half sister of one of the main characters. When you have to recover her, it's like, oh, we need somebody with a close relation. Go meet with her sister. And if you've done the Summoner quest line, it's like, oh, how are you? It's been a while. Like, acknowledging we've met.
Yeah.
And other things like that. I think another good example is if you've done the Monk quest line, there's a major character in that who turns up in one of the later Dragoon quests. And again, if you've done the Monk quest, he's like, oh, hey, it's been a while. What are you doing here?
It's just like a nice little detail that actually acknowledges that some of the other stuff that you've done.
Yeah.
I always found it was a nice little detail, or like a similar thing in the Elder Scrolls game Oblivion. If you've got the expansion Shivering Isles installed, if you try to do the God Sheogorath quests there, he gets a bunch of different bits of dialogue depending on where you are in the Shivering Isles expansion, which directly deals with them. So if you try to do his shrine quest in the base game before you even start Shivering Isles, you'll get the standard dialogue for it. But then there are various points through Shivering Isles' story of which he pretty much acknowledge, oh, we've met, and various events in Shivering Isles
They
story.
weirdly don't do. Yeah, they really don't do that for Skyrim with regards to Maes Mora and the fact that if you have acquired his book, he doesn't acknowledge that when you actually meet him, like in his realm. Which, god damn it, that character is horrifying.
The only tweak they do is in the base game without the Dragonborn add-on. His manifestation
Is
at the end of his
different,
shrine
yeah.
It's just a cloud of darkness.
Yeah.
If you've got Dragonborn installed,
He has tentacles coming out of it.
It's still a cloud, whereas he's saying it's a cloud made of tentacles and eyes, which is a lot closer to what he's meant to
It's
be.
creepy as fuck and I hate it.
He is probably the most Lovecraftian looking of the whole pantheon of Lovecraftian things.
Judging by the smell, I think it's safe to assume you've got what I asked for. I'm going to tuck that away before we all pass out from the stench.
You also, for a shrine, need to get his butt locked instead of him if you were either at a point in the story when he's disappeared, or you finished it so you now are the new Sheogorath. And you will get different bits of dialogue from his butler depending, differing from each of those. Like, I do like his remark if you actually start up the Sheogorath shrine quest after you are Sheogorath, because the butler will mark, praying to yourself? Well, I suppose you are the god of madness, Lord. I can see if there's anything that your predecessor left that he wanted doing. Ah, yes, I can see something here.
Nice.
He gets really angry. You get a really more angry dialogue if you infiltrate the shrine. While you're at a point in the Shivering Isle story, Sheogorath disappeared, but you haven't taken on the mantle of Sheogorath because he's literally like, what the hell are you doing there? You're meant to be off doing this. This is an emergency.
Out of spell, out of mind. Now I've got all I need to make one of the most potent pesticides out there. Hold on just a moment. Oh god, what is happening? Director! Exactly what you're making here. Why does it smell like the inside of a toad? And you. I believe your job requires you bringing any missing specimens back. I'll take them on a tour of the realm. Please allow me to explain. Of course the boss is here and they're not happy with us.
On a similar thing, the online game they did of that, because the different gods in that have different
Such drastic actions needed.
different cultures.
Mm-hmm.
The online game has a side quest where you can come across Sheogorath in his guise that he tends to take for the Khajiit, which is the schooner, which is literally still essentially a god of madness, but for them his most common form is a house cat. And
Of
schooner
course.
cat. And their visual detail is very specifically regular house cat size, but still wearing his jacket from Skyrim, just sized to a house cat.
That tracks. I cannot permit you to release such a potent pesticide inside. It could damage that which is housed within, and there's no telling how it might affect the environment once the fumes inevitably escape the building. Whilst the pesticide we currently use may be on the weaker side, that is also one of its strengths. It has a negligible impact on the environment. I haven't given your plan much thought. Fear not, I shall come up with a solution in due course. For now, let us return the specimen to the Archeon. There is little to be gained from allowing a troll to ruminate on such matters, how odd it may be. Give me another chance. I can't sit back and watch those marvelous books be destroyed. Is it addressing me? Oh, it truly wishes to protect the tomes so strongly? Very well. In light of you having discovered the woodworm issue in the first place, I shall grant you one more chance to present a solution. Should you prove capable of ridding us of the infestation, I promise to cease treating you as a mere specimen. Assuming that you come up with a solution all on your own, of course. You are forbidden from consulting your researchers. Understood? How was he supposed to come up with a solution without help from experts? Are you insane? Oh wait, loophole. You can't consult the researchers, but I can. Grr, I worry they won't be able to come up with a way to solve our problem. Let me grr and think on my own for a bit. Oh, poor little shaggles. Alright, you don't need to interpret for me. I can tell he's struggling with the weight of this task. You know, creatures like trolls tend to perk up when someone pets them. Why don't you show him some respect? Ken, that's all I get first, but trust me, he'll learn to it soon enough. I am going to go pet the baby troll. Where's he gone? Oh, he's gone outside the perimeter. Must pet little cutie. No! I have gone the wrong way. Wah. Curses! My plan has been foiled. Temporarily. What are we looking at now? Wow. Engrossed in research. Grr, I can't come up with anything good. I'm just a little creature. Shaggles is down the dumps, perhaps petting him. Where's pet? Do I not have the pet command set to anything right now? I do not. Pet. Grr, what are you doing? I'm not a dog. No. But you're cute like one. Grr. Aww. Will we get a video showing us? What's up? You know, I actually feel a bit better now. Seems like he's back to his old self. Listen, Shekels. If anyone can do this, it's you. Grr, I'd normally call him a buffoon and move on. I'm the Grr who nearly destroyed my brother's ecosystem by unleashing a super strength pesticide. If anyone's a fool, it's me. I know I'm forbidden from consulting research, but I can ask you for advice, right? Yes, you can. You must have fought your fair share of foes on your adventures. How do you take down the especially Grr ones? I focus on their weaknesses. The Wordworn do come from tropical climes, so their weakness would probably be freezing temperatures. If we make it too cold in the archive, we risk exposing the books to frost damage when all of the moisture in the air freezes. Wait, the air! Deprive them of the air they need to survive. I bet we could starve the worms of oxygen when the gas emitted when you pour hydrochloric acid on limestone. We'll need to evacuate the staff other living systems so it wouldn't damage the tomes or documents. We won't know if it'll work unless we Grr to go. Tia can get the acid, so I just need you to find some limestone. There's more than enough for the taking in the 30 Grr facet. Meet us at the Archeon once you have it. I get the impression you've come up with a solution. Would you mind filling me in? Also good to know that this universe has the traditional elements. Brilliant. Though I best at least pretend to be looking after Shaggles while I fetch the acid. Please go get that stone in the meantime. Off we go to get some limestone. Ow. No, things that are trying to chase me. I am not food. Why do things keep trying to eat me? Why do I look edible? I'm just a cat boy. Cat boys are not edible. Though there are other things people would like to do with cat boys. It is still funny to me that when it came to picking species to have in the both of the Final Fantasy MMOs, because the ones in the second one are mostly inspired by the ones from the first one, they decided cat people was a species that should exist.
I mean, Square Enix have a history of cat people.
Yeah, but these ones are just like, they have ears and a tail. That's it.
Whereas prior, a lot of their cat people were very Barra cats.
Oh, we've
are there as well.
yeah, we've got that in this one, but I'm talking about the Mycote, which is the base game cat boys. not the lion men.
There's cat boys and cat
Yeah, basically. Not even cat men, really. They're lion men.
men.
Yeah. Though they also have horns, weirdly, for some reason. Or at least some of them do. Maybe they saw how people were thirsting after Beast from the Beauty and Beast remake and went, we could make money off of this by having the same thing.
That is definitely a market.
Yep.
As told initially, they want to get about a bit of their options.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the only agreement that seems to be in place with regards to Baldur's Gate 3 is if you're trying to romance the vampire elf, you have issues. Oh yeah, he has a daddy.
Oh, that actually reminds me. You know in that game, it has conflict. One of your latest equipable items is the character's underwear.
Yep, they decided that the underwear should be customizable, but then because of that, they came to the thought of, but what if you remove it completely? What's underneath? Is it just a default pair of underwear? Or do you have genitals there?
That is actually an option for an option.
Yeah, I know.
Turn it off, it's basically, you are basically a test.
Yep. I also find it funny that they decided when they were doing that, well, we can't just have one option for dicks. We've got to have at least 3. Or more.
I know it's that amount there.
Yep.
What it means is, as well as having several different styles of buying and wearing underwear, depending on and whatnot, your companions also have their own unique ones that come with their own descriptions.
That tracks.
Once they
I know, Nana. We didn't finish Andromeda, but I made a promise to my partner that I would use Saturn's days to play Final Fantasy XIV. So, that's what we're doing. Don't worry, we'll still get to Kingdom Hearts once Andromeda's finished. Yeah, today we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. Everyone's out and we've got the assets promised. Did you keep your end of the bargain? Yep, here's some limestone. Makers, I'll be right back.
The elf vampire, because once you have a companion in your party, you can pretty much just rifle through their inventory and take what you want. The description for the vampire elf Astarion's underwear is, it mentions, sword into the waistband is the sentence, if you have these, you've either beheaded me or bedded me. Either way, well done.
That tracks. Considering how you meet him normally, that tracks. But yes, Nano, that is Rocket in the background, who you have called a cutie.
Where?
I mean, you can't deny you're a cutie.
Where? I plead the fifth.
What is the 5th?
Have the right to silence? I can't even remember. To Google.
I mean, we've got an American right here that might know. Fair. Just got home from work. I filled the test room with gas. Now we only need to wait and see what happens. Oh, time actually passed. Grr. You know, I've been on my own almost as long as I can remember.
Yeah, it is the right to silence, or more accurately, the right to not self-incriminate.
We were, when I was telling Rocket you've been called a cutie and they can't deny it, he said, I plead the 5th, and I could not remember what that is exactly, because I hear it all the time, but I never actually hear people say what it is, so Rocket was just checking. But then when I was like, well, we've got an American in the chat, and that's a part of the Constitution or something, so...
I had to study the Constitution back in college, but again, that was a lifetime ago.
Yeah, we've got an old man here.
So
You're past the point of gay death.
I'm a gay lich now.
You know, I've been on my own almost as long as I can remember. I do recall that I constantly questioned my parents, which is probably what led to them giving up on me altogether. That same intelligence, or belligerence, depending on who you grr, saw me rescued and brought here. Made me interesting, I suppose. But I've only ever been treated as a specimen. You're the first person I've been able to have an actual conversation with. For the longest time, the Archeon's books were my only friends. They are both my little companions and my window from which I gazed upon the outer world. That's why I can't stand by and let them be destroyed. Naturally, I love for my intelligence to be recognized so that I might become a researcher in my own researcher. God damn it. But more than anything, I want to protect the Archeon. Aww. Sounds like it succeeded. It worked. It actually worked. The pests are no more and the tomes look as good as new. Well done. Your method is both effective and safe. You shall waste no time in using it to rid the entire facility of woodworms. As promised, you will no longer be treated as a mere specimen. From now on, you are an apprentice researcher. Grr, thank heavens the Archon will be safe once more. Now let me thank you for everything. I couldn't have done it alone. My very first project as an apprentice, I studied how to produce sounds just like your kind do. After, if I want to be a researcher, I need to learn how to speak. Oh, after all, how to speak with people other than you. Charge of pleading the fifth means exercising your right to remain silent and not incriminate themselves. By answering question out of fear that you may be guilty of a crime, legal right to plead the fifth. Fair, that's what it is. Good to see Shaggles looking so pleased. Thank you for all you've done for us. Aww. Oh, before you go, could you perhaps tell me what he thinks of me? Oh. He calls you a buffoon. Regularly. Is that so? Ah, he's too adorable to be angry with. Come, let me pet you. No! Cease this, you buffoon. I'm no one's pet. No, come back. That is adorable. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take the elegant silver piece because these other things I'm probably not gonna use. But getting the thing that makes me money. Good. Okay, I guess set old Charlie in as our return point for now. Seeing as this is gonna be our temporary home base. Until we get to the place that's going to be allowing us to spend elegant tomestones when we hit level 90. Right now, let's go... Right, not there. We're going over here to go speak to Ishtola. Haha. No! God damn it. So close. Haha. Now, back to the place where they decided to say fuck you. Chaos control. How cute. There are characters that are immune to its time freezing effects, which is fascinating. Can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are. Probably just a time god thing that Eggman controlled for a bit. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city, and our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the form discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we'll struggle to learn more of substance here in Charlian. Which is a shame. Oh well. What can you do? The overall picture has grown clearer, yes. That's despite the form being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival, come what may. His father's work so vile that he takes precedence over his own family? Apparently. Alphino? Alize? It is you! Huh? Is this? When I heard you've been dragged before the forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I am so very glad they allowed you to stay. Mother! Yes, it's their mother. Who they apparently take after more than their father. Amelian Slevia, at your service. And you fine people must be the scions of Seventh Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. If word reaches father that you were here... Oh, bother that! Am I to be chastised for speaking with my own children? I am well aware that you and Master Fourchenault are not on the best of terms at the moment, but I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. The timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and reconsider our options. Go visit your home. We'll be back at the annex when you are ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure... Sparks, what do you think? I'm coming with you? Sparks? The Sparks Merrick? What a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of yours, I insist that you join us. Yep. That is the appropriate reaction. His face, just like... What? Yeah, I'll come. But we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Sparks, if you'll be so kind as to escort my children to the estate. Okay. And then she was gone, and with her, any opportunity to protest. You were not going to be able to protest anyways. That's your mother. Indeed, the matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. Huh. You know, Trial's the only one of the scions who's still wearing the goggle thing. I think even Oriange stopped wearing it. Apologize. My mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still, I'm glad, relieved even, to see her in such high spirits. As you, Sparks, though it seems we shall have little enough time to enjoy it, we are coming as to a home visit? Of course. Fine, if we're going, then let's get it over with. Be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers. Thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room was always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away, childhood toys. I mean, never mind, the elevator estate is that way, straight down the stairs. Come on. They're now accompanying me. So, let's go. There are some places to have conversations before we get to the estate itself. Alphino? Cern was always somewhere nearby. Can we watch? Okay, sorry. I need to repeat that. When I say we're little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. But now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds even. After all we've been through together, it is strange to be here with you now, to come full circle and see how much has changed. As children, I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning out over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. There stays in the northern part of Journey's End, just down the stairs from the rostra. And please don't make a fuss when we get there. It's only a house. Only a house. Yeah, that's only a house. I'm sorry, but let's just stop a moment over here. And just hold on. I want to go to the lookout point over here. Journey's End, yeah. That is not just a house, little miss. That is a freaking mansion, you rich Wow. Oh yes, this is where I first practiced magic on an actual person. Let's say it had fallen, you see, and scraped her knee quite badly, so I tried casting a simple restorative spell, only just learned. Well, she smiled when the wound closed, the joy and relief. That was the very moment I chose healing arts as the main subject of my studies. Aww. That's nice. We used to come here all the time with grandfather. In summer I could dip my feet in the fountain and splash about. I often know though, even back then he wasn't very fond of playing in water. Any excuse to avoid it. Which would explain how I came to swim like an auk and he sinks like a stone. Come on. Look at that thing. That is a freaking mansion. I want to explore it. And here you are at last. Please do come in. Ah. I don't know why I keep sneezing so much lately. Oh, look at all the servants they have.
Welcome home, my lady.
Meh. It is rather beautiful as a home, though. All right, I could just barely see the chains. It looked like the lights were floating. I mean, look at this place.
What? What are you gawping at?
I'm sorry. My character is nomadic. This is a mansion. It must seem squalid indeed.
I'll have you know I'm quite fond of the Rising Stones.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Oh, look at the little flowers in her bow. That's cute. It's a cute detail. Yep, all the servants can just pretend.
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you would accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
Are they getting new outfits? That'll be nice. They had these same outfits, I think, since Heaven's Word. They wore them through Stormblood. They had unique ones in Shadowbringers, but only
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying.
Yep.
Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations.
Oh, that was nice.
Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid.
Oh,
the triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience.
That's good. Glad you
But
hear
of
they're
those
thriving.
they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful.
Yeah, of course
Like,
it was.
Since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
Aw. Cute.
'Tis plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them.
I enjoy being their friend.
Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
That might be nice. Sharing stories. I wonder what stories we'll share. Maybe the early days. I really do hope we get to explore this place properly soon. Yes!
When you mentioned gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect.
Oh my goodness, she got a brand new outfit. Oh, this is gonna
Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
Oh my! Okay,
It's
I'm not a fan of
perfect.
the
exactly what I would have
shorts,
chosen.
but god
But
damn, this
please,
is
tell
awesome.
me you had something different made for Alpha now.
I mean, look at this. It's absolutely amazing. It suits her perfectly. I'm personally not a fan of the shorts, you know, as part of that, as the main torso piece, but I guess it does suit her style, so it's fine.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become.
Aww.
See for yourself.
I also like that they go with giving her reds and him blues. God damn. God damn.
Thank you
Oh
for the
my
splendid
God.
clothes, Mother.
I want it.
Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I want it. I'm sorry. This is his best outfit yet. Like, my god. It's beautiful. Somebody make this for me, please. I would love to be walking around in that. And god damn. It's so pretty.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
What's the final touch?
If you would allow me, Master Alphino.
And he's a sage now. Oh my god.
Wait. Are these...
Yep.
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father.
You see, if he was dead, this would be very sweet as a gift. Because he's disowned them, it kind of feels like you're deliberately slapping him in the face, and I respect that immensely. Your husband is an ass. So...
Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now.
I do like that Alice kept her weapons, because her weapon is iconic to her. Though the tip seems brighter than
Also,
before.
because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll probably try and say you stole them, but no, they were given to me. And a sage.
I am told these
Job still.
devices are quite difficult to master. But someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the
Yeah.
wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father. That you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
That would be nice, but he opposes everything we stand for, so gotta be hard.
We will, Mother. I promise.
I mean, you were promising to try.
My final gifts to you before you run off are an observation and a suggestion.
Okay.
Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance.
Okay.
Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words.
Yeah, he's too smart for that.
Far better that you simply show
God, I
him.
keep sneezing.
Let
I hate
him
it.
discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Ah.
Oh, Mother.
Yeah.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
Will do. Well, it's nice to see these two getting new outfits that are. They do scream of their personalities and the kind of people that they are. So I do like it. Especially Alphino's. Like, that is absolute perfection. Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it means a lot to her, and I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. My visit was all too brief. For now, however, it will have to suffice, as will these tokens of home that we carry with us. These gifts will help us remember who we are whence we came. Enough sentimentality. Let us return to the annex and rejoin our companions. It's actually nice that they finally let Alphino have a different class from what he started with. Because when they were first introduced, both Alphino and Alice were arcanists. But as they evolved, Alice quickly was turned into a red mage when she became a more prominent character. And likewise, Alphino leaned more into the healer aspect of Arcanist, becoming closer to being more of a scholar type. Still using a carbuncle, but leaning more into what scholars do. So it's nice to see him getting a proper healer class. Enjoyed your time with the Leviers, I hope? I would ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret that the Forum strives to hide. My father bequeathed to you by Hyland is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once you've scouted out the situation of Thavnair, we'll be well equipped to plot out our next move. Yeah, definitely. So, let's go over there and see what's going on. Based on what we've already seen, I fully expect that area to be... well, it's going to be the same level as the previous one, so... we'll be able to stick with this class for now. But should I level up, which I'm very close to doing, I think I'll switch over to Gunbreaker, because it's a tank class. It's my highest level tank class. So, hello, Kite. Well, now, this is rather a lot of stern faces. My library book's overdue again. Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Crow, students of Baldazian. We seek passage to Thavnir and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Test subjects? Oh, you hadn't heard. Well then, allow me to explain. So, in order to travel to an aetheroid, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurtling along the life stream. Yes, I am familiar. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of aetheroid teleportation. What if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetheroid without being attuned to it? We've done that before. Teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aetheroid that doesn't require attunement. Truly, that changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user needs not attune to these aetheroids. Themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetheroids, one has been installed here in Shallian, and the other over in Yeldamod, a port town in Thavnir. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radatan. Indeed, we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. So to sum up, we're to test these aetheroids. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetheroids were made for people like your good self. Magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. Huh. Well, that's rather convenient, and we can only hope that they actually work as advertised. Veritable dream come true. And far be it for me to worry about such things, but do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the life stream, and a statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mr. Kral truly knows how to pick 'em. Yep. If I might change the subject, are Master Wolfson and Mistress Vlowida not present today? Oh, you didn't hear? They recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. Large-scale project helmed by the forum itself, as I understand. I'm not privy to the details. Let's see. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Eatery Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Well, this is gonna be fun. We get to participate in an experiment and maybe die in the process. Just gonna write down some, like, final words. Oh, this is gonna be delightful.
Right, we're all set.
Uh-huh.
Just the 4 of you, was it?
Yep.
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnir.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
Of course, she goes crazy and wants more test subjects.
Yes, right there is fine. time. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Oh, this is gonna go wrong, isn't it? Oh God. I can feel myself
and one
being
last
torn. What?
You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
I'm sorry, what?
What?
I'm sorry, what? What does she mean? I hope it's just a form of travel sickness that she's talking about. Because if not, this is not going to be pleasant. Well, there we are. Well, let's hope nothing went wrong in the transition. Okay, I have a bad feeling that Thancred's gonna be in trouble.
Thavnir, home to city-state Ruds at Han.
The home
Rising
of
from the
dancers.
southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between two peoples.
Okay.
Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy.
Huh.
Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality
God.
would hold invaders
That
at bay.
thing.
For a time.
Well, I'm here.
Now across this vibrant
There's
isle
Oriange.
creeps a fog of
And
malice.
there's Thancred.
What choice do you have?
Oh God.
What chance?
Oh, there we go. Wow. Yep, that is the correct reaction, Estinian.
Against such an insidious foe.
That is definitely the correct reaction to have to this. Could have warned us in advance, but no, warned us after he'd already pushed the button. Ugh. Yep. Oriange is not having a good time.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish.
Yeah, Oriange's just sitting, curled up into the fetal position, it basically just screaming, "Please kill me." And we're just there going, holding our head going, why? Why? And of course, Thancred, the person that's already experienced ethereal sickness, is just passed out. Or he looks passed out anyways, as if he's had a very bad night drinking.
Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions.
Uh-huh. God, we look in so much pain.
Don't let Estinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Oh God. Well, looks like we need to go rescue him from himself. You manage to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Estinian in time? That's a good question. God damn it. Estidian! There, I need 3 drinks, something that helps with ether sickness. See ya, traveler. Welcome, you are wise, good sir, to come to me, my special Amara lassie, made with only the finest and freshest brews, is famed for calming unruly bellies. One more conthamium, I'm pleased to offer it to you for the low, low price of... That is not a low... just a moment, please. Hello? Hello, Elephant Man. Hello, please come back. I'm gonna go chasing after him later. Anyways, 19,800 gil is not a low price. For not 1, not 2, but 3 balls. A bargain amongst bargains. The price is high road robbery and you want to say as much as Justinian as 8 words of warning you cry out would be accompanied by your last meal. Must stand before Justinian and using gestures deny that the deal is fair. You thought you could barely stand. What do you need? Tell me that's so urgent. Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie? This merchant is swindling me? Ugh. See, it's supposed I appear to have my prices confused. 1,890 gil for 3 balls of lassie. That confusion would have been costly for both of us. Very well then, your coin. It's more reasonable. All for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. Hello. Hello, chubby, very tall elephant man. There is definitely art of you somewhere. Or at least of other members of your people. Ahem. Swore the town. Please don't try and buy anything else. Ugh, I'm gonna try running. No, we drank ours straight away, apparently. Praise be to the 12, my stomach doth loosen its death grip, thanks to thee, Anastinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. You were in time excellent, you spared us Tataru's wrath. Yeah, she would have been pissed if we'd spent a good 18,000 more than we needed to. Sweet sweet release, if you were ready, you should have yours too. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. Apparently a lassie is sort of a, like, frozen fruit drink or something. These I see. Thy hair. Aye, I have found it. 'Tis the most I could do against this heat short of shedding my armor. He looks good with a ponytail. Not gonna lie. I hope he keeps this. It really suits him. May I ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor. Man said it's a Thavnarian weave, tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil. Steel, I was told. It's nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. That's incredible. I see not even Alpha could hold a candle to you. It's not uncommon for merchants that their price is high, but doesn't it seem excessive here? I'm inclined to agree with that assessment. It does seem excessive, unusually so. Claiming Thavner as its dominion, the nation of Razhan hath long strived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were the Arcasadora, the Amantanga tribe indigenous to this island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their dominion, country rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hannish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over. A development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power top, yet such status cannot be taken for granted, nay, must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulations. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, opportunistic pricing is rampant, while such oversight is much weakened, or mayhaps so the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, 'twould be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical eye, we've naught to lose by learning more. So, ere we seek out Krau's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yelmad? Yeah, let's do that. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. Oh, okay, we have some extra, apparently. There we go. Level up. And we're gonna switch over to Gunbreaker. Hey, Thancred, we're the same class. Right, let's split up and make inquiries in town. Sparks, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetheryte. Off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Oh, you poor, poor child. Ooh, there's a gemstone trader nearby. Go talk to them first, so we can unlock certain things in the area. I wonder what kind of things they've got. Yeah. Not much that's worth my time. But let's attune to this Aetheryte. So we can teleport here whenever we want. Alright. We'll begin exploring later. Right now, let's see what we find over here. Crate of fruit. It's odd these are over here. Crizzling with fruit, but they're on the verge of spoiling as if they've been left too long. Oop, there's a person on that boat. It does have a pretty sail. The rest of the boat's kind of meh. But sail's nice. Well, now if it's no traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. You have been giving us a wide berth since that cursed tower suddenly appeared. You just stood there and loomed ominously. Perhaps things would be fine after fashion, but no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. Several lives thanks to the radiant host of businesses as good as dead. Cobus, only the gods know. They're fleecing people because nobody's passing through, so they're losing money. Instead of doing a sensible thing and just continuing things as normal, they decided, screw you travelers. We're gonna take all your money. Gazing out from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby islands with the silhouette of larger seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit. I don't know why I bother. I hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Halza. Don't envy his position. Better to be alone in a little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay a visit. Would be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find them at the Sylvan Sales. How we get building across the water from here. Yep, I'll go do that. And that tower is not just sitting there ominously. It is glowing and shooting stuff into the air. That is excessively creepy, and I want to go break it. Oh, apparently when they said across the water... Oh, I misunderstood which path I needed to take. Where? Okay. Easy to feather? No, it's one of the... I don't really know how to describe them, or what to compare them to. They're somewhat lizard-like, but also not. Dalmascans aren't coming? But we have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? A good question. I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's a tower sitting on our doorstep, spitting out monstrosities. The sea has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. Can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. God, but this will be an enormous loss. Alright. Forget about the Dalmascans. Surely some ships are still coming. You have fresh products, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hannish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things. Cows, I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. An adventurer. I see. That's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Masa, and I'm here to see Kazal. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. No! Don't go away! I want to go help the sad elephant. And also admire how cute he is. Seriously. Hello. Yes, can I help you? I always see you back at the guild. You wanted to speak with Castle 2, did you? I'm Matsaya, fisherman of Akiel, a nearby village. I sell my catch to offer it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. The consortium have been struggling. I became worried and decided to come and see him, just as soon as he's free anyway. He's our working man, and I dare not disturb him. That is concerning that even their own local merchants are struggling. If I may ask, what is it that you do? I'm an adventurer. Adventurers say, and you travel the world helping people? That must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? See, I brought some fresh fish with me, a portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is, I'm terrible with people. I've ever only dealt with Kazal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? I mean, yeah, I can do that quite easily. Please let me know and we can begin at once. The events to follow cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty for idlers. You'll do it then? Show me how to deal with customers? I'm in your debt. Right. Please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here. I will observe you and learn. I'm going to proceed with the quest. Okay. We now have him alongside us. We need to find people and try selling to them. Hello, person. Yes? Greetings, friend. How fare you of late? It's you too. I suppose I'm well enough given the circumstances. Things have held down somewhat, but it was utter chaos when the tower first appeared. Everyone grabbed whatever they could and trampled over each other to get to the city. May remain there for now, but I could not stay away. I had to come back, continue with my life, such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, only time will tell. Don't do anything dangerous, eh? Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep well clear of the tower, and when more monsters emerge from it, I heed the Radiant Host's instructions. Hope we deal with it soon so we can get back to our normal lives. The days when we could earn as much as you gave and tuck into a meal satisfying that you did good work. Meals. Why not have some fresh fish today? Fresh fish, you say? Oh, you're a fishmonger. Wait. When you bait me like that, how can I not bite? Very well. Give me some of your fish. Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is Shallow's cod, likely stewed in coconut milk or baked with a sprinkle of salt. Yay! Okay! Yeah! As I thought. When it comes to some people, the best way to sell to them is to be sincere. Talk to them like a person. And then, you know, figure out how to break in the sale. If I'd gone straight for the fish thing, it wouldn't have worked. Like, that is not the way to go. People hate that. But when you're nice and helpful and offer things that, you know, the other people might not, it helps. Hello there, person. Don't know if that'll work with this person. Doesn't work with everyone, unfortunately. A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality. What do you need so many amra for? Why, for eating, of course. It may seem like a lot, but of late, I go through that much in no time at all. I am a stock taker by trade. With no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming in from overseas. The day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving from this, and that, and this, and that. Well, it wears me down. I find myself feeling constantly hungry. Ooh. I know how you feel. Thank you. Pity you don't sell fruit. I enjoy a little chat. It took my mind off my troubles for a moment. Oh, goddammit. If nothing else, you left her with a positive impression. Let's move on to the north side of town, shall we? No! Okay, so that was the wrong approach. I wish I could try again. Maybe my other character will. What?
There was back on the Vine video service. There was one that went a bit viral because there is one bit more for at the time the very standard voice for Barbie. This woman could do like a perfect recreation of it. So she did a video where she's waving at the camera going, "Hi, I'm Barbie. Let's go for a drive," and then it just cuts to inside the car as it's pissing down with rain, and still in the Barbie voice it goes, "What the fuck kind of weather is this?"
Ha!
concerningly how like spot on it was to be Barbie voice.
I mean, it was funny. It's funny just having Barbie say anything that's just weirdly out of left field.
Yeah.
True for any innocent character. It's one of the reasons why I think Abridged series go so well.
Okay.
Like, if you haven't watched it already, watch Sword Art Online Abridged. What they do with Kirito and Asuna and that is amazing. Like, there is a scene where the main villain of that arc threatens Kirito in front of Asuna. And Asuna just goes, I think if you hurt him, I'll be wearing your guts like my mom's pashmina. Did I stutter? I said, if you hurt him, you will experience I'm actually going to pull it up and say it without, because I can never remember exactly how it goes. Thankfully, one of our delightful viewers that's in right now, Nano, recently sent me it again, so I'm gonna be wearing your guts like my mom's pashmina. Excuse me? I'm sorry. Did I freaking stutter? I said, if you hurt him, you will experience pain and torment beyond anything you could possibly imagine. Your body will be torn apart piece by piece as you beg for a mercy that will never come. I'll add your screams to my gosh darn Spotify, and I will see your head mounted on a fudging pike. It's a spot-on replication of Asuna's voice. So, if you've seen Sword Art Online, imagine that voice reading that. Also, it's coming out of a sweet and innocent-looking girl. Like,
I'm also tickled by how violent that is, but she still goes for fudging.
as the villain immediately says, that profanity filter is doing you no favors. You sound ridiculous. Or no, you hear a ridiculous sound. That profanity filter is doing you no favors. Because yeah, they're in a kid's game. There's a profanity filter. Like, Kirito, when he found out about it, he's like, fudge? Why can't I say fudge? It's a kid's game. There's a profanity filter. I want to go home. I'm rather busy. Oh god, my stomach. This person is clearly very hungry. We should feed him. Ether sickness. Oh, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, it's a little too quickly. Eat more slowly and savor your food. Would that I could, but I can't afford to be idle. Like as not, circumstances should get worse before they get better. So I'm working as hard as I can while I still can. The better be prepared. How do you intend to prepare? By stockpiling supplies, for that I need to earn coins so I can buy food, medicine, what have you. They're fresh caught. Fish wouldn't be bad, but I don't want to go through the hassle of preserving them myself. Buy stuff that's ready to store. So I'm afraid I'll have to pass on your fish. Back to work. Aww. Too bad we couldn't make a sale. We did manage to build something of a relationship. Thank you so much for your demonstration. For the eye-opening experience. Come, let us return to the pier. But I only got one sale. Which is no surprise. I am, in real life, really bad at actually the sort of sales type conversations. I just don't have the right personality type for it. You sometimes do have to be a little bit forceful, but other times you have to be really gentle. It just depends on who you're talking to, which direction works. Which does make it very difficult.
I have to
Yep, which is part of the hard thing of it. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. You managed to sell to one of the 3 people you approached. It was difficult, but when you put your mind to it, you succeeded. Though you did fail too, but there are lessons to be learned in both success and failure. By applying yours, I'll endeavor to become a better peddler. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Kazale soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice, and who should it be but Matsia? Have you finished your business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me, try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options at this rate. So you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, I truly am, but for now, you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do. But as it stands, I can barely help myself. I have poured my all into the consortium. I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Aw. Not to worry, using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. Well, that's that. We've unlocked a few side quests. I'm gonna take them and then go see what the main scenario has to say. From a distance, I thought you to be a fishmonger, but now that I behold you up close, it's clear you don't hail from these parts. Once your garments are, however, even I can tell they're made for hard work. Lucky for you, I have just the task. I mean to make a necklace for an acquaintance of mine. My design calls for shells pulled from vicious Kachapa. As fine a creature that I am, I'm afraid hunting is quite outside my wheelhouse. If you do the rough work in my stead, you would be well compensated for your time, and have my undying gratitude besides. I require 2 shells from the hulking beast. A simple feat for one such as you, surely. It would in fact be fairly simple, yes. I can manage that. I need to mess around with that. This person needs help. You there, I take it by the hunger in your eyes that you're in search of work. As luck would have it, I'm in need of assistance, and have the coin to make it worth your while. Usually I'd haul these goods ashore myself, but today my back doesn't seem amenable to the prospect. If you could help an old merchant out, I reckon we can both go to sleep today satisfied. Ah, very good, very good. I've marked on the map where the crates are to be delivered. Careful now, the fruits inside bruise easily. Shout once you're done and we'll see about getting you paid. Deliver the crate of fruits before time runs out. Okay, we have to be fast about this. They're giving me 2 minutes. Not a lot of time for completing the mission, but it should be enough. I mean, it will be enough. You can't really design a quest and not make it possible to do it, even if it's difficult. Wait, no, wrong person, wrong way. I'm going over to here, not there. How long do I have left? Destination. Rest snugly among the rest of the shipment. Report your success. Good, good. That was actually easy enough. We'll continue the main scenario quest in a bit. I want to get the side quest out of the way so we can get the experience from them and get closer to leveling this class up. Accept. Fierce, are you? Can you help me find my sister? She went out to hunt so we could make me chicken tikka. Brave, but she seems gone to quite some. So yeah, this place is basically based on India and the Middle East, which is a nice choice. You know, hunter directs yourself to the northwest. Let me for her to come back. Okay, that's fine. What time are we at? Quarter. Actually, looking at the time, I'm gonna head over to the Aetheryte and hang out here. Or, actually, now that I think about it, I'll teleport back here. I want to go rest in an inn. Because if I rest in an inn, I can get more... I can get rest XP, which you can use to... It slightly boosts experience gain. Which is very handy to have, so... Ready for... Yes, retire to my room. Also, it's just better to log out this way. Because you get something really cute when you do. It's just cute watching your character get all comfy. Each race has a different animation for that, and it's really cute. Like, the Rogadin one has them just flopping. Alright, well, that'll be it for tonight, though. I do need to get off to bed. I have an early... Well, not an early start tomorrow, but I want to make sure I get a good night's sleep all the same. So, yeah, we should be back tomorrow. Per my promise, I'm only doing Final Fantasy XIV on Saturdays. I might do some off-camera leveling before I start streams on other days. But, yeah, for the most part, I will only be doing the actual main content and such on the stream on Saturdays. Every other day of the week we'll be playing one of the games that have already been voted on. So we'll be back at Mass Effect Andromeda if I get up early enough tomorrow and don't have other priorities. So, yeah. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Until then, as always, I've been Sparks, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Bye!